omakase. She want the Mew Mew, she want the Issei. How much it costed? Like an Andre. I spent a I got 12 months, but I need an extra one. You wouldn't know a rep if you're next to one. It's young, I mean it, baby, I ain't like the rest of them.
EA Sports, always proud to bring you the National Football League as we join you from Northwest Stadium, just outside Washington, D.C. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Washington Commanders. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right to the air is Daniels. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Isaiah Likely the target that time. But it's going to be 2nd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top-pocket passing offense in this one.
And he'll get about 6 there before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and found receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go. A give right side for Pacheco. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Come on. Hey, go.
To throw is Daniels. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into the ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That one good for 14 and the Seahawks first.
Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Running right, here's Walker. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now he's going to step up and run. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out, something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied.
I give it all away. You're like my reason for life when my dreams seem so far away. You give me all that I don't fade. I don't wanna go to war. You don't wanna give me peace. I can never leave you alone, even when I'm overseas. If I gotta do a show, you coming with me. Baby girl, you a prime time. I don't care if everybody see. Couple weeks I had to leave, now coming back off road. Tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and don't let me go. Tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and don't let me go.
Nobody, and I don't care about the rest. You're mine. Nobody, and all is taking all this time. You're mine.
Tell me you love me, but no one above me, even when it's ugly and money get low. Trust me, even when it's one thing right after the other, the nerve of these. Miss me, I know it's been 15 long days since I've been away. Tell me you ain't daddy to be more like kids and still handle the biz on the road. Cause I got a dream that I never could sing to say. Excited to see where it goes. I love the environment. I could provide you with just how.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the outskirts of the nation's capital. It's Northwest Stadium in Landover, the home of the Commanders. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Commanders. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, glad to have you join us. The punter, Braden Mann, will start this one. Off we go from Northwest Stadium. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Let's get 19 Lions. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. Yeah. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good. We're on Seahawks. First down. A gain of 12. First down, Seattle.
The first carry for the Spartans, Kenneth Walker. And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this one.
Mike, this defense talked all week about the importance of coming out fast and starting this game the right way. And it's less about the loss of yards there on that first play and more about just setting the tone. Hey, we're going to be here all day. We're bringing it. And boy, did they ever.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And it'll be 3rd down. Ready, hit! Shaheed in motion. On 3rd down, Milrow. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
19 Charger, 19 Charger.
This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
So the offense found themselves in a little bit of no man's land. They were too far for a field goal attempt, but too close to attempt to punt. So they decided to be aggressive early and go for it on 4th down. But it was the defense that turned them away with a huge stop to start this game.
And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
65, 68, check.
Now the first carry for the Rutgers Scarlet Knight, Isaiah Pacheco. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
That's complete to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And he will score! Kenneth Gainwell, touchdown, Washington. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. McLaughlin's good on the extra point. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead. So, following the touchdown, the punter man going to kick this one away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
70 Lions, 70 Timberwolves. Mustang 19. 19 Cardinal.
To the air, it's Milrose. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A handoff, running left is Walker. Good running there, getting close to midfield. It's marking there, and a 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
Okay, here's 1st and 10. Shaheed in motion. On 1st down, it's Milroe. Complete to the fuller Buckeye, Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 11 yards for number 11. And a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Panthers 60. Panthers.
Regular play action now with Milroe. Now he'll run. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 10 yards on the scramble there. And he picks up the 1st down.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
And he'll get about 5. From the 23, here's 2nd and 4.
70 Lions. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Alert.
Once again, it's Walker. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and 2, now Milrow. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes. Frankie Louvu in there to clear him down for his 7th sack of the year. On 4th down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. That one is good. And the Seahawks are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This returnable from the 4. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
At their own 49-yard line.
Rig alert! Rig alert! Set, hurt! Steady!
On the carry, this is Kenneth Gainwell. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 on the Seahawks' 42-yard line.
Ready, ready!
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 1.
That's back all 80! Cougar 19! Ready!
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. Run complete to Jalen Lane. And he'll be taken down with the 1st down as time will run out on this opening quarter. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season.
Here we go! Here we go!
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Was something to watch, eluding the rush as long as he could, but they could not convert downfield.
They do a really nice job defensively in there, Mike, of not giving him a clear running lane once he broke the pocket. So now he's trying to test his luck, extend this play as a passer, but to no avail.
Left side, it's complete. They get 16 on that connection. Good for a Commanders 1st down.
At the 17-yard line.
Let's go now!
Throwing again. Daniel. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Harry McLaurin. Touchdown, Commanders. McLaughlin now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders extend their advantage to 14-3.
The score, Commanders 14, Seahawks 3.
So, following the touchdown, the punter man going to kick this one away. Corey Horton now to return it. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Unlock Lion!
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this. And it works to perfection. A double pass leading to a run into the end zone for a touchdown. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. It's up and through. And the Seahawks are back within 4. It is 14-10. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
A run with Gainwell. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Daniels to throw on second down. He's got his tight end likely downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big play there for Washington. 33 yards.
At the 42-yard line.
A give here to Pacheco. And that'll be a pickup of 3. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Daniels. That's complete. Calvin Austin. He'll get it inside the 20. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. A gain there of 27 yards.
Commanders first down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A handoff to Pacheco. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Hey, smash Bronco.
Once again, it's Pacheco. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
He was brought down at the 8-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about that.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Deputy! Buffalo 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That is caught to the goal line and in. Ben Sinnott, touchdown Washington.
Chase McLaughlin lining up
continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
From the set. Let's go now. Broncos, roll. Broncos.
Straight ahead, it's Walker. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. They'll get 19 out of that play. First down, Seattle.
First down, 10 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Milroe. That one swung out wide to Walker. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2.
Ready.
Off the play fake, here's Milroe. He's going to run it.
Yeah, that's a nice job. He's out of the pocket. He knows he doesn't need all that much for a first down. He's able to tuck it, get out of bounds, and keep this drive alive.
First and 10.
Let's go. 77 Wolf. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Milroe. There he goes again. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on first down. A pickup of 7.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll run right. Here's Walker. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. First down.
That's another Seahawks first down. It's a game.
Now they'll throw it with Milroe. Moving to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for first down. First and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Number 6, fix the Eagles, fix the Eagles. Steady.
They'll go play action with Milroe. Loaded hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And the Commanders come up with the takeaway.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
You're not. Can't be lying.
On the ground, Gainwell. And a missed tackle there. He pushes forward. It'll give him 4 yards. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's 2nd and 6.
Ready.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Isaiah Likely.
And 6 yards.
And third down coming up.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On third down, the rush gets there. He goes down back inside the 5-yard line. So on fourth down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Rashid Shaheed back to return this one. This will be returned from just beyond midfield. And he's going to bring this one back. It is a punt return touchdown for the special teams unit. Now the point after try from Myers. The kick is good. And the Seahawks are back within 4. It's 21-17.
Seahawks 17.
Halftime coming close. And not much time left as this one is kicked away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready? 60 Maverick, 60. Pack. Ready?
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. Rolling right. He keeps it himself. And he'll be forced out of bounds and pick up a couple on that one.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Ready? Go.
Daniels now going to look to throw. Right side, catch made by McLaurin. And they will finally run him down. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. This will be a 41-yard attempt. McLaughlin's kick is good. We have hit halftime. We'll take a quick break. Come back. Second half of that. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
Crack roll 80. Come on, come on.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. A big one there to start the second half. 37 yards.
Let's go now.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. He did not want to go down there. Carrying tacklers, it's a gain of 9.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal. Ball sitting at the 7. First and goal.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. Ready?
They'll run with Trusky Merritt. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's second and goal.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw.
And he'll take it on in. Isaiah Likely. Touchdown, Commanders. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. Now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. So, following the touchdown, the punter Mann going to kick this one away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Got it. Ready? Count the 60. Count the 60. Here we go. Count
It's Milrow. The reception for Rashid Shaheed. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
18 Cardinals. Ready.
Now give on the ground. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 10 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
First down, Seattle.
Go.
They'll stay on the ground. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 5. Now Walker. And he'll get the first down there. A pickup of about 5 yards.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Here's second and 2.
Brings up second and 2.
Ready.
Now we'll give to Walker, running right. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
The throw here is complete. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's his third touchdown catch this year. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Check smash. Check smash. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Daniels now on first down. That's into the hands of Lane. He's got it. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Washington, first down.
Play action. Here's Daniels. Forced to his right. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
Let's give credit to that pass rush for making their presence felt, and although it didn't result in a sack, it's the disruption of the timing that's just enough to force that incompletion.
Ready.
Second and 10.
18. Pioneer. Here we go. Check. 60. Ready. Go.
Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. Throwing on second down. Daniel. This one complete right side. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
That's good.
A gain there of 21. First down, Washington.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Let's go.
To the air again is Daniel. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Good running inside the 25. Guadalani brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line. They get 21 on that one. Good for a Commanders first down.
16-yard line.
Here we go. Ready.
Here's Pacheco. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
Brought down at the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Cougar 19. Come on, come on. Let's go.
He'll step up and run this. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Got it. Ready?
It's going to be third. They need one.
No, no. 70 Lions. 70. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready, ready?
Here's Daniel. Coming up, and that's the tight end likely. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
And at this stage of the game, every first down gets them one step closer to being able to finish this one out. This defense has to find a way to get off the field. They have to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance.
Pacheco is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
So, following the touchdown, the punter, man, going to kick this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Get it.
They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll be forced out of bounds just a couple of yards short of the first down. That's a pickup of 8. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and a yard. Out of the gun, it's Milrow. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready. 70 Timberwolves.
Tight end on the move left. On first and 10, it's Milrow. Outright, Smith and Jigba has it. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Out to his right. Now he takes off. And he's going to be very close to the first down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage of the game.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down.
18, right in.
Shaheed in motion.
Go.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown. And instead, the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. It's a gain of 34.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
Here's Gainwell. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
On third down, they go with Pacheco. Now Pacheco loses the football. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Like 54.
A give here to Pacheco. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's a toss to Pacheco. And he's going to pick up the first down. He'll get down to the 15-yard line.
Simple play to call, but complex to execute. A toss play is beautiful, Mike, when a team hits it like they just did. We can see why they're a fan of the toss. Healthy game, and they pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Pacheco. And that play going nowhere. The defense all for that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
A handoff to Pacheco. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
This one all but over. Here's 3rd down.
Mike 13, Mike 13. 13.
So it's a win here for the Commanders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one.
I got places to go. People to see, time is precious. I look at my Cartier out of control. Just like my mind where I'm going. The women, the shorties know nothing but clothes. No stopping at my Pirelli's on. Unlike my jewelry that's always on. I know the storm is coming. My pockets keep telling me it's gonna shower. Call up my homies, it's on and popping the night cause it's meant to be ours. We keep a fadeaway shot cause we ballin' and spotting up every hour. Look, mama, ow, you just like the flowers. Girl, you the truth with all that goody power.